Let's shift our focus now. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak wants to cut taxes to boost the economy, but his plans have hit a roadblock. That is because the country's total government debt has crossed 100% of the GDP for the first time since 1961. Now, the rise in total debt, it's largely due to the government borrowing more than doubling in recent times. Figures show that the total debt stands at 3.28 trillion in May. This translates to 100.1% of the total UK GDP. Government added debt of over $20 billion in May due to higher cost of energy, support schemes, inflation-linked benefit payments and interest payments on debt. Analysts believe that the total debt will continue to rise in 2023 to 24, and they argue that higher inflation along with higher short and long-term interest rates will significantly increase in the debt interest payments. This will in turn add to the debt burden, which is expected to overshoot estimates by over $20 billion this year. Moving on to the inflation figures from the UK, stagnant figures have taken forecasters by surprise. Figures for last month for UK show inflation rate remains static at 8.7%. Markets had forecast a drop in inflation. Bank of England was widely expected to raise interest rates to combat this. The latest data brings enormous pressure on UK Prime Minister and his Tory government to act on soaring prices. Now, Sunak had said slashing inflation was one of his priorities. The Bank of England has already lifted borrowing costs to a 15-year high at 4.5% in a bid to cool inflation here. The rate is expected to rise further after a regular policy meeting. UK has already witnessed months of strikes by workers demanding higher wage to help with the cost of living crisis.